You're watching Carolina and Company live. Local. Informative. And entertaining. With your hosts, Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. This is Carolina and Company Live.
Hello, welcome to Carolina and Company Live. We have a very special show for you today.
You better believe it. Talking about the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, those shows that we did special shows on. We're going to go back and look at them.
That's right, the best of the decades. But first, we need to take a look at the weather.
While we've managed to stay dry for many of our areas through the first half of the day, the afternoon and into the evening, we are going to be increasing our rain chances from west to east across the PD and the Border Belt, seeing the best chance of rain. And we'll hold that chance even into the Grand Strand through the late afternoon and into the evening hours. We'll hold the chance of rain with us through the overnight and even during the day tomorrow. So we have some unsettled weather out there for the first half of the week. Cloudy skies expected to stay out there as well, with maybe a peak of sunshine here or there for some of your backyards. Humid conditions certainly expected, and yes, the chance for those scattered rain showers, even a few isolated thunderstorms certainly not ruled out, with those highs climbing to the low 80s for the Grand Strand, mid 80s inland, which isn't far off from your current numbers out there. Will remain unsettled for the next 3 days until this cold front that's off to our west finally pushes on through the area. It looks like through the early portions of Wednesday, and then drying out as we go Thursday, Friday, and the upcoming weekend as high pressure builds east behind that front. So here it is in your Grand Strand 7-day forecast. Low to mid 80s for your highs over the next 7 days. The better chance of rain out there tomorrow, but we're not completely ruling out any rain today or on Wednesday. Wednesday looks like it's going to be early, and an isolated chance right now at worst for Thursday. As we dry out through the end of the week, we also cut out some of that mugginess as well. Inland areas also dealing with the heat, humidity, and the chance for rain out there, especially this afternoon and evening for the areas around I-95. And again, a good chance out there for your Tuesday before we begin to dry out as we go to the middle and tail end of your week.
Weather is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. That's right, we're talking about the best of the decades, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Yeah, you know, I don't remember any of those decades.
I know you don't. I remember the 50s up, and we dressed up. We had on some cool outfits, and, you know, imaginations furnished all those for us, and we thank them for that. Now, you're going to get a chance to see the best of.
That's right, a little bit from each decade. These are some of the favorite shows that we do.
That's right.
Take a
Sit
look.
back, relax, and enjoy.
Why the why? Here's why. There's childcare, swimming lessons, kids programs, and sport camps. Make this summer a good one at the YMCA. Call 449-YMCA or visit us on the web.
Wanted, the Outlaw AC unit. Description: old, broken down, costing you money to repair it. What to do if you see this Outlaw? Turn it in at CarolinaLine.com. That's right. ARS Rescue Router and News Channel 15 want to find the oldest AC unit along the Grand Strand and replace it for free. You can be cooling off this summer with a new air conditioning unit from ARS Rescue Router. To enter, log on to CarolinaLine.com and click on the contest corner link. The grand prize winner will be announced June 29th during Carolina and Company Live at noon.
Hello, everybody. Cecil Chandler from Myrtle Beach Hyundai. We're on the road again. We're finding out what people think about the 2013 Elantra.
It's a great car. My wife owns one, and great gas mileage. And if anybody's looking to buy one, this is the car to buy.
A beautiful car. It's great on gas mileage. It's a handsome car, beautiful car.
This is pretty amazing. Wouldn't mind having one of these.
10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Great car.
Can't beat it.
And that's what people think about the 2013 Elantra, the North American Car of the Year.
Looking back to the 1940s. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. What a fun show we have today.
Fred and Ginger. Boy, I'm talking about the dance team of all times when you look at the 40s. Hey, what do you think?
Yeah. Thank you to Imaginations for supplying these outfits
yes, we
for
do
us.
want to thank them for that.
And Allure for doing, I don't know if you can see, but I have the little finger curls
got
in my
the 40
hair.
style hair.
40 style, yeah.
That looks good. All right, well, I did not bring a machine gun, but they tried to give me one.
We wouldn't let him in the door, would we?
No.
No, we know better.
But we have a professor from coastal Carolina that knows a lot about the 40s.
That's right. Ken Townsend, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So paint us a picture. What was it like in the 40s?
Oh my gosh. Almost entirely too much going on. You had the incredible carnage of World War II with 60 million people dying. but at the same time you had incredible hope and opportunities with new technology. Indeed, the entire 40s set the tone for what happened in America for the next 50, 60 years.
Sure.
And what I mean, when the men went to war, the women went to work.
7 million women went to work for the first time, including, I guess, probably another 10 million who took part-time work.
I'm glad they started
It's a tremendous
that back
effort,
then.
yes.
I'm glad they started
And
that.
they're
'cause
still
women are
working.
Still working.
Still working, right.
That's right.
Right.
They did.
Still working hard. And this was the big band era, too.
Of course, yes.
Talk a little bit about big bands.
Oh, Glenn Miller perhaps was the most
Wow.
famous.
Yes.
And of course, he enlisted in the U.S. Army, toured much of the European theater until he died in a plane crash. Also, you had Tom in a plane crash. Also, in a plane crash. Toured much. Also, in a plane.
That's part of the memory care program for Alzheimer's patients. Also on site, a media room, game room, business center, and chapel. Methodist Manor welcomes people of all religions, beliefs, and backgrounds. And every Sunday you can attend a service in this beautiful chapel. You meet friends for a lifetime at Methodist Manor.
Great friends and great neighbors.
Some residents just wish they would have moved here earlier.
Move in now. What we've observed since we've been here is people wait too long. And they think they're going to get old one day, and they're already old. But they need to get here earlier so they can enjoy the activities, still have the freedom of the community, rather than come in and be restricted right away.
Methodist Manor, where friendships and traditional values meet. Located at 2100 Twin Church Road in Florence.
I'm talking about the 50s. Boy, are we going to have a good time today. Hey, how do we look? I think we look good. All right. The 50s. You do better than I do.
It's a stroll.
Whoa, come on in. Boy, taking you back to those rock and roll days. That's what it's all about. We're talking about the 50s, and I can't see a thing with these glasses on. Is the TV camera out?
That's all right. It's just a camera out
Thank
there.
you very much. It's good to be here.
Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. As you can tell, we are celebrating the 1950s today. Looking back.
Yeah, baby, we're going to go back. We're going to show you a lot of cool stuff. We're going to show you a car I had from the 50s. All that's coming up. Man, it's going to be a fun day. I want to tell you about, we got a picture, I think, of a car that I had from the 50s.
Take it. Oh,
all right, there it is. I
right
had
there.
a 57 Ford station wagon. Mine was brown and white. Had a Thunderbird motor in it, and it was so cool, man. I mean, that was just the car back in the 50s. But I had this, of course, in 62. There we go. We got a 1958. There's a Chevrolet, 1958 Chevy. Oh, I think that's a 55 or a 56 Thunderbird. Nice looking car.
All I know is it is convertible, so I would like it.
There's the Corvette, one of the first Corvettes that came out. Sold for about $3,100 back then. Nice. 55 Chevy, the hot car everybody wanted. And man, they are hot out there right now, and you can find them in the old cars. There's that 55 Ford convertible, and it might be a 56. They're both real close.
So would you cruise up and down the strip on your
Man, you just rode all around. You circled the places when I lived in Darlington, like the Dairy Bar, Joe's Grill, and all those hangouts like that. And the Southern Ear, there was a place in Darlington called the Southern Ear. And we all circled all these places back in the old days, and that's all we did was ride round and round and round. and we, of course, we waved at the girls.
Right, of course.
You had to wave at the girls.
It's their favorite night of the week, chili night. The recipe's a family secret, but Lowe's Foods gives me a reason to make it different. They introduced Nuval scores that assign a nutrition rating of 1 to 100 to just about every product on the shelves. Now, a quick glance helps me choose the most nutritious ingredients for my chili. And they can't taste the difference. That's the kind of thing that makes my day.
Lowe's Foods, good for you.
As the recession drove our tourism industry in decline, the Tourism Growth Initiative is created. The results for the first 2 years were astounding. So how is it working lately? 2011 lodging revenues set an all-time record, and 2012 first quarter revenues are up an incredible 12%. Additional jobs were created. The airport sets an all-time record for deplanements, and Myrtle Beach residents received an 88% property tax reduction. The Tourism Growth Initiative. Oh yeah, it's working.
90% of Horry Georgetown Technical College graduates earn jobs or transfer to senior colleges. Join the 90% with 5 new certificate programs that you can complete in 12 to 18 months. Architectural computer-aided drafting or surveying, gerontology for work with the elderly, earn a certificate to be a medical administrative assistant, or online for medical coding and billing. Apply online now for more on these hot new programs. HGTC, Oceans of Possibilities.
A&I over the years we've had working relationships. They've handled fires, water losses, wind losses. They've been there for us so that we could be there for our clients. Their professionalism, their follow-up, it has been absolutely flawless. If everybody did the work as they promised to do, like A&I does, we'd be in real good shape in this town.
When disaster strikes, we're the ones to call. A&I does it all.
You're watching Carolina and Company live.
Peace. Hello. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live, our 60s show.
Wow. I tell you what, I remember this. You don't remember the 60s.
No,
now, that was my time period.
I'm digging your outfit right there.
Thank you.
I'm digging
cool.
your hairstyle,
cool.
too.
You're digging
yeah.
it. I like that. It's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take you out back and show you my car, my machine in a minute.
Your machine?
Yeah, and then we're going over to my pad. That means my house.
Got it.
That's cool talk from the 60s.
All right, now let's talk about some history from the 60s.
Let's go back to the 60s.
Let's go back to 1960 right now. That was when the female birth control, the pill, was approved in the United States.
Yes, that's when it came out, and that was 1960. Now, 1961, the Vietnam War started. Everybody remembers that.
November 22nd, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was shot and killed in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, a bad day for the country. 1963, how about this? Touch-tone telephones introduced.
And 64, British invasion, the Beatles arrived in the United States.
Everybody came to the U.S., all those groups from over there. All right, 1967, the first heart transplant operation by Professor Christian Barnard in South Africa. Now they do one about every few hours. They do one.
They sure do.
I know it.
All right, April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights leader, he was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee.
In 1969, Apollo 11, the first human-manned spacecraft landed on the moon, and Neil Armstrong takes that first big step there.
In 1969, Woodstock, right there outside of New York, 500,000 concert goers.
Yes,
good old time right there.
And they all looked like us.
That's right.
That's about it. They were just really partying, having a lot of time, peace, and they're saying, Hey, what's up? I don't know what, I always said that. Hey, what's up?
What's up? Do they have their eyes halfway open like that, too?
Yeah, they're kind of halfway open. They couldn't see anything. I think they were smoking some of that wacky weed back then.
Must have been.
CarolinaLive.com has partnered with area businesses to bring you Carolina Live deals. You'll save from 50 to 70% off on area best services, restaurants, and attractions. Today's deal is from Wild Water and Wheels. Get an all-day water park pass for only $20. You save $11 off the regular water park admission. It's all-day water park fun for only $20. All week, full park pass upgrades are available at the park. Wild Water and Wheels is a must-do for local and tourists alike and continues to lead family entertainment on the Grand Strand. Wild Water and Wheels has over a dozen water attractions as well as go-karts, bumper boats, kiddie rides, and mini golf. So save some money and head to Wild Water and Wheels to cool down. It's all-day water park fun for only $20. Save money today by going to CarolinaLive.com and clicking on the Carolina Live Deals link. It's that easy. Carolina Live Deals, only on CarolinaLive.com.
I'm out in the Myrtle Beach area asking people where they go to get their car serviced. Excuse me, sir, when your brakes are squeaking, where do you go?
At Airco, we take our trucks to Mason Tire.
Excuse me, sir, when you need custom wheels, where do you go?
Where else? Mason Tire.
Bills adding up? Paychecks stretched to the max? Get instant cash for your unwanted or broken gold or silver today from Bob's Jewel Shop in Laurinburg, North Carolina. The price of gold is reaching record highs, and we pay top value. Bob's Jewel Shop will pay you top dollar for your unwanted gold or silver jewelry, scrap gold, and gold coins. Why sell through the mail when Bob's will pay you cash on the spot? Get the most from your gold and silver today. Bob's Jewel Shop, treasures for a lifetime in Laurinburg, North Carolina.
Shopping for a good used car, truck, or SUV? Go to AutoWorldOfConway.com. Browse over 200 vehicles by make, model, or type. Pick out a car, pre-qualify online. It's never been easier. Whenever and wherever you want to. AutoWorldOfConway.com. Good cars for good people.
Hey, haven't you heard? $17.95 oil changes every Wednesday at Mason's. Let's go to Mason's.
Oh, she's right. Let's go to Mason.
There's no need to go to a tropical island to see what's swimming around in the ocean. At Ripley's Aquarium, right here in Myrtle Beach, you can explore fish of all kinds. Gaze into the 750,000-gallon shark tank as sharks swim all around. Get up close and personal with rays and horseshoe crabs. There are thousands of fish in every shape and size, from seahorses to clown triggerfish. Ripley's Aquarium is a fun and interactive way to learn more about the marine life, and it's right here at Broadway at the beach.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Local, informative, and out of sight. With your groovy hosts Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. This is Carolina and Company Live. Can you dig it?
Boy,
I dig it. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
I dig it.
This is what the 70s looked like.
What do you think? I
Nice
love
hair.
the hair. That's
You love
my
the hair?
favorite part.
I love
yes.
your blonde. You look good as a blonde.
Thank you.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell Robert you need to go blonde. All right, I'll tell you, we've got a big show today and a lot of stuff lined up, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And, man, there's so much happening in the 70s.
I know. All right, let's talk about some of this candy that you brought us.
Right.
What all do we have here, Cecil?
Let's see if we can get a shot up here, and I'm going to try to go down some of it. And we're going in close on it and going to see some of the candy we have there. All right, you've got the Black Cow there, the Clark Bar. The cigarettes came out in the 50s, but they were still popular in the 70s. The Sundrop Cola. Let's see, we've got Orange and Cream. How about that? Coca-Cola was
Reese's
strong
Pieces. Is
in
that
the
what
70s.
I see? Reese's Pieces down there?
Yeah, you got
Did those
Reese's
come out in the
Pieces down there.
70s?
You've got the Gold Mine down here, the little chewing gum, and you got Reese's Pieces came out in the 70s.
What
the
about
Clark.
these? Blow Pops?
Yep,
Came
they
out in the
came out in the
70s
70s.
too?
They sure
Oh,
did.
these are
All
the
these
best.
came out in the 70s. Taffy came out in the 70s. And these little, I call them the Coca-Cola little flavors in them. It's called the Nip, or whatever.
Those are
they
pretty
came out
tasty.
in the 60s, but were stayed strong all the way through the 70s. So you've got so many cool candy here. And the Hunk, the Chunky came out, and stop opening up. Amanda's back here wanting to eat something already. And, oh, I forgot to show you. This is the big one. This was a big one. You remember the pop rocks?
Oh,
The bubble
yeah,
you put in
pop
your mouth and
rocks.
it start popping and everything. That was big in the 70s. And let's see, we've got, oh yeah, the Razzles, sour things. Just so many cool things there. Root beer. Blenheim
Diet
Ginger
soda,
Ale came out a long time ago, but in the 70s, it really started coming back. Made over there in Dillon, South Carolina.
Yeah,
How about
all
that?
right. Well, hey, we're going to go to break so I can open my Blow Pop, and we'll be talking about fads coming up, so stay with us.
Three Sisters in Mexican culture consists of corn, beans, and squash. Now, we're not going to combine them together, but we are going to use all of them in this delicious grilled salmon dish. We're first going to start by cooking rice. And if you don't want to do that and happen to have one of those packets, no shame. We're going to boil together some water and rice. As soon as it's boiling, we're going to turn the heat down to medium-high, put a cap on it, let it sit for 20 minutes. So while the rice is cooking, this gives us a lot of time to get started on everything else. Go ahead, leave the corn in the husk. We're going to grill it just as is. It's going to take in between 10 and 12 minutes on a very hot grill. Come back in while those are grilling. We're going to chop up a sweet onion, some squash, zucchini, cut some cherry tomatoes in half. We're going to mince up some garlic, chop up some fresh cilantro. Last but not least, we're going to dice up an avocado. At that time, the corn should be done. Go ahead and bring it back in. Trim the corn right off the cob. We're going to combine that with the sweet onions, the avocados, cilantro, squeeze some lime juice in there, season it with salt and pepper, hit it in the fridge and keep it cool. It's time to cook our salmon. Now that our prep is done, our rice should be finished. Let's go ahead and start cooking. In a large hot saute pan with a little bit of olive oil, we're going to caramelize some garlic, add in those squashes and tomatoes that we cut up. We're going to saute for a few moments. We're next going to add in the white rice that we cooked. Last but not least, we're going to hit it with a blend of pinto and black beans. We're going to adjust the seasonings with a delicious Spanish blend that I came up with. As usual, I'll give you that recipe. Once everything's combined, turn it to low heat, keep it warm. Now for the salmon. We're going to drizzle on some olive oil, season it very heavily with salt and cracked black pepper. It's going back out to the grill. It's going to take in between 10 and 12 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes per side for it to completely cook. After that's finished, let's come back in and try it out. To plate up, simply lay down the rice, beans, and squash, put the salmon on top of that, and right next to it, garnish with that delicious avocado corn salsa, and boom, you've got a fantastic meal for the entire family. Didn't take too long, and it's absolutely delicious. Be sure to pick up all these amazing ingredients and fish from your favorite Lowe's food store and visit lowesfoods.com. We've got a ton of great recipes on there. I've got a lot of food to eat. We'll see you next time.
Go to CarolinaLive.com and click on the Lowe's Foods Meal Planner link to find delicious and healthy recipes like this one.
The Man in the Hat makes buying a car easy. Click AutoWorldOfConway.com for over 200 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Click to get pre-approved for on-lot financing. It's never been easier. Click, click, and drive. AutoWorldOfConway.com. Good cars for good people.
We had a light that malfunctioned and caught some paper on fire, and the whole aisle went up in flames. The store was filled with smoke. There was water on the floor about an inch thick from front to back, wall to wall. I called A&I, and it was amazing to see what they did. They had a plan, they worked the plan, we opened up 12 hours later. Just a great turnaround, unbelievable turnaround. There was no doubt I called the right people.
When disaster strikes, we're the ones to call. A&I does it all.
What's happening on the show? Let's go over to Jessica. Hello, everybody. Here in the 1970s, there are some great TV shows worth talking about. Here's the top 10 list of the 1970s TV shows. Coming in at number 10, we have The Waltons. Number 9 is Little House on the Prairie. Number 8 is The Rockford Files. Coming in at number 7, we have Happy Days. Number 6 is All in the Family. Number 5 is The Carol Burnett Show. Coming in at number 4 is The Muppet Show. Number 3 is Mary Tyler Moore. Coming in at number 2 is The Brady Bunch. And the number 1 TV show of the 1970s is MASH. Until next time, this is your top 10. All right. Thank you, Jessica.
MASH was my favorite show.
I liked
From
MASH.
all of those. I did like Meathead, you know, All in the Family. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, MASH was good, though.
John Boy and Billy, I got tired of hearing saying good night, John Boy, and all that stuff at the end of the show.
Hungry kids in Horry County? Yes, sad but true. But the organization known as Help for Kids and Backpack Buddies provides food and supplies for these children all year long. The kids love Vienna sausages. Help us stock the shelves. Invite your friends, church, and civic groups to join you, then call Help for Kids to pick it all up. The Vienna Sausage campaign is officially on. Go get them. The kids are counting on us.
If you're looking for an entertaining show where the hosts have a lot of fun, then you have to watch Carolina and Company Live, weekdays at noon on WPDE TV 15. This show is magic. Amanda and Cecil always have a lot of fun, and you never know what's going to happen on the show. One day you might see clowns. The next, they could be live on location. There's always something new on the show. Watch Carolina and Company Live, weekdays at noon on WPDE and 10 p.m. on the CW.
We're here! It doesn't have to be just a trip to the park. Pets are welcomed at Coastline Pet Supply. Our pets don't get to choose where to shop, and pet parents who care shop at Coastline Pet Supply. They specialize in holistic and premium pet foods. Don't shop big box, shop local, and receive the personal service your pet deserves. Be sure to take advantage of this week's in-store special at Coastline Pet Supply.
Hi, I'm Mark Bridges from Wholesale Furniture Gallery, locally owned and operated, and I've got a deal for you.
Give Dad the best seat in the house this Father's Day with a new recliner from Wholesale Furniture Gallery. All in-stock recliners are on sale. Leather, upholstery, and get up to 48 months no-interest financing. Plus, register in-store for a family 4-pack of tickets for Father's Day at the Myrtle Beach Pelicans game. So get Dad the best seat in the house at Wholesale Furniture Gallery today.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Wasn't that great?
I like the hair. No, I like the afro was a little better than the straight hair. I look like an Indian with you. It was a lot of fun, though. We had a lot of fun doing that. We got to show you the drinks, the candies, and all from that era. And that's just a lot of fun going back and remembering.
That's right. And I'm looking forward to the 80s show. I might remember a little bit
Yeah,
from
we're
that
going to do that one soon.
Yeah,
you'll remember the 80s a little bit.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
You.
Have
Had
a good
great
one.
time.